So all these people who do energy work, which gets us back to the New Age people
Yeah.
that were doing all this stuff, they had no ability to get rid of that. And I'd already met with, when I first came to town, I was invited. Mostly there were women who wanted to be healers. So they invited me to their white wine, Benzedrine and white wine get-togethers where they would sit around and talk, share. This was the sharing. And I got up there and I just said, before I start talking, I just have a few questions for you. How many of you feel dizzy a lot of times? It's like every hand in the room went up like that.
Mm,
And I said, do you feel it worse after you practice your energy work on people? Oh, yep. I said, how many of you have like skin eruptions that just flare up out of nowhere? And all of a sudden across the room, a woman goes, you mean like this? And yanks down her, pulls her blouse open, and she's got this florid eczema on her chest. And I went, yeah, that's what and I said, that is coming from your clients. And the fact is, the Chinese would tell you that you guys don't know what you're doing,
mm,
and they would tell you not to do it. And women in particularly are vulnerable because women are vessels. Women are sticky. They are
yeah.
containers. So if they're going up to people and engaging that other person's energy, more than likely they're going to absorb it as they would if they were given birth or if they were in intercourse. They are receivers. So they would, not that women can't do it, but there's a special level of preparation. You can't get around this sort of natural theology. It is
Hmm.
the basis for all of this stuff. And that's where the West has just lost it. We've thrown out all these ancient ideas, and I don't even think we could find the text where this stuff may have been mentioned.
Mm,
Maybe in late, like really, really early medieval, Galen, who was considered the first medieval Western physician. You might have references to it, but only probably five or six people in the world even read that kind of stuff. But in China, they're still
mm,
reading it. They've been reading it for 2000, at least 2000 years.
mm.
And I'm going to do a little, there's a rich background to go into, but just to kind of bring it, we're going to have to close out here in a little bit because we've been
Sure.
going a while.
Yeah.
But if you remember when I first started teaching, I said in order to understand what you're doing, you need to know that the human body consists of four fluids. Okay. So the first fluid is, let's see if I can get this right, Jing. Jing is sexual fluid. That is how you produce children, and it is related to all of your energy. And it's linked to your purest chi, your zhi your innate chi. Yuan Qi is another way to put it. Yuan Qi means pure Qi. Then comes blood, and then comes Jin Ye, and then comes energy Qi. And those four fluids are kind of like interlocking circles. So the first circle is Jing. You get Jing, it's got to be moving, it's got to be mobile, it's got to be circulating. And if that happens, then the blood circulates. If the blood circulates, then the jinya, which is everything else, skin, mucosal lining, the slime that comes out of your nose and your earwax and the sweat and all that's jinya. And then chi is the energy that's on the outside. So what Qigong does is it first gets you in touch with this external chi, but the purpose is to drive down and to get to Jing. And the only way you know that you've gotten to Jing that I know of is the feeling of that pulse. And the term that Wang Junhua used was yohaiza. When you feel that, yohaiza means you have a child. And it's
Mm.
like a baby kicking its
Right.
mother when it's
That's
pregnant.
right. Yeah.
And it doesn't stay like that. But when it first starts, it's like a kick, boom, boom, boom. And then eventually it just becomes this flow. And then you can take it into other areas and very important areas that are super beneficial for you. staying young, being able to fight infections spontaneously. But it's the mismanagement of Jing that I would argue that is the great crime of the Western world.